Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Let's talk about, I guess, the interrogation of Mike Guthrie. I swear, I'm going to get his name right at some point. I feel like I'm not trying. I feel like every time I hear his name, it will stick for a minute, and then it just, like that, it's just gone. So they seem like they play a little bit of good cop, bad cop, which is just like, is this normal routine for when you're questioning a suspect? You just have like the family there. It's just like, hey, I want to sit there and sit in on this interrogation. I don't know if this is part of the rules. I want to sit there and be in part of this investigation, interrogation. Yeah, sure, whatever. You got money, so yeah, I don't understand how this is. Okay, I'm putting too much logic into whatever this scene is supposed to be. So Baker tells him, "Yo, listen, if you messed up, we're gonna find her, and if we find her, any person that helped her is gonna go down. But listen, if you did it, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be some consequences." He's like, "I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be some sort of consequences. But listen, if you help us, we'll consider all that into we'll try to work something out for you, pretty much." Like, he won't sit there and say what it is because a lot of times you know they don't make deals. Okay, they're not the DA. They don't make deals. They'll sit there and be like, "Well, I'll talk to the DA and we'll try to work something out." But they don't make deals, and I think that's something that as in a lot of ways, as stupid as Mike is being, he's smart enough to understand that it doesn't matter what Baker promises, because once everything goes down and he gets busted, then any deals or anything that he may have promised him doesn't mean it's going to be a reality. Now, of course, again, Baker tries to get cop routine and he doesn't budge. And of course, Ridge is right there, so that they'd be like, "I'm tired of your lies, and I want the truth. I want my family to sit there and be able to rest and not have to look over their shoulders," and just really grilling him. Like they just decided to deputize him and be like, "You know what? You can just be a cop just for 15 minutes." How's that work? That works for you? So he's going in there and he's grilling them and everything like that. And of course, Mike realizes that, well, let's put it this way. Even if he somehow turns, because there's moments where he's like, maybe I could sit there and get a deal. He knows Sheila. Okay. One, he's in love with Sheila. Two, well, he's scared of Sheila. And he knows that if he turns her in, next time that she gets out of jail, guess who she's going to sit there and pay a visit to? Okay, Sheila's the type of person that you don't want to be on her bad side. Okay, you don't want to actually be anywhere near her, but you don't want to be on her bad side because, I mean, killer bees, um, attack dogs. This woman is unhinged, to sit there and say the least. The scenes with Ben and Sheila, I swear, I feel like if you watch some of this stuff out of context, this can almost be a comedy. Like, let's switch out the music. Let's put in one of those '90s laugh tracks, okay? And I guarantee you, this will be a comedy, okay? Watching Fenn and his acting is I don't even know how to describe it. I really don't. But he keeps just reciting the same thing over and over again. "I need Staffy. I need Staffy. 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 Staffy." And she was like, "Listen, you need to sit there and get better first. You need to rest." "No, I don't. I need Staffy." Is Staffy a senzu bean? Like, what? Anyway, he falls, and I laughed for about a good 2 minutes, because I needed that laugh. And afterwards, gets him up, and he's defensive at first. But then he starts asking a lot of questions. Okay, he's just like, "How did I get here? You know, did you help me up with, like, how did you know what kind of protein and medicine and stuff like that and IV drips? Like, how did you know that stuff? I mean, I'm a doctor and stuff like that. I'm really curious." And of course, she's shutting down. She's like, "Oh, you got a lot of questions," and she's not really answering most of them. And she just kind of stops, even stopping him from answering questions. And then he's like, "Yeah, you didn't do this alone, did you?" And Sheila's like, "Well, not in the beginning. The beginning was Lee." And at that point, Ben is like, "What did you do to her? What happened to her?" And of course, Sheila's, doing this whole crouching down, and because she realized that she ran her off the road, and somehow her car exploded in a burning blaze. Which I'm still just like, it's one thing if she just lost control of the car and it just went over. I can see that. I can see her being so panicked and desperate to get away from a nut job, that she would literally just crash into the water with her. I don't even understand how she got to the water. I know they were on the highway, but the car catching on fire. I mean, did lightning strike the car? I mean, the van? Because that would make a whole lot more sense than the car you know, just burning from nothing. I know it's a soap opera, and I know they're supposed to use imagination, but at some point, logic and things of that nature, physics, they have to make some sort of sense, right? I mean, right? I feel like I'm actually thinking about this too hard. Okay, what do we got next? Deacon and Hope. Deacon is, well, my favorite character. And I'm gonna be honest, they didn't really do too much of anything. I mean, here's the thing: she came in, and she was told, she came to visit her dad, at his job, and then she was all like, "Oh, it's so hard coming back here," after the whole shooting with Steffi. And I'm like, go somewhere else then. I mean, you're in LA. There's like 20 Starbucks, and like you can't miss one. It's not like she doesn't have the money for Starbucks. So like, what's the problem? No, you're right. I'm just being a Debbie Downer. It's like, just go somewhere else too. I mean, I get it. They really have a lot of fun for different um, sets and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I'm pretty sure Y&R can sit there and let them borrow something. Um, yeah, they talk about Stephanie for a little bit. She asked once again, "Oh, did you have any contact with Sheila?" And after Deacon was like, "No." They talked about Mike. They talked a little bit about Taylor, because Hope was like, "Listen, I get it. You're going through a lot. You want to talk to somebody professional, you know, Taylor can sit there and refer you to someone." And I can't wait. Here's the thing: I can't wait until Deacon and Taylor hook up, because that's gonna be so good. That's gonna be so good. Because Ridge is going to blow a gasket, and that's gonna be hilarious. Hope is gonna be all sorts of confused, and when Steffi finds out, oof, oh, it's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so great. I can't wait until that happens. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, they didn't really talk about too much of anything else. They were just more of, well, filler, which is a shame because I actually like Deacon. So, let me just double check my notes. I feel like that's about it, but I also feel like I got a sneeze. So, before it just comes out of nowhere, I think that's pretty much about it for the most part. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Sorry this came out so late. Got home from work after having some breakfast at like practically 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I went to go get my hair cut, so kind of pushed everything back a little bit. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.